What if you were sick and you didn't even know it? What if you found out you were sick, and by the time you found out you were sick, there was too late to do anything about it? 1 in 71 people in the United States at some point in time will be diagnosed with pancreatic cancer. Out of that 71, 60 out of the 71 will pass away from the disease. Has a life expectancy of less than 5 years. This disease does not discriminate. Steve Jobs, Patrick Swayze, U.S. Supreme Court Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg, they've all been victims. Jack Andraka is a 15-year-old sophomore, born in 1997 from Crownsville, Maryland. And he lost a family friend shortly after diagnosis and decided then and there that he was going to see what he could do on his own to come up with an early detection. Jack turned to the internet and researched the disease, learned as much as he could about the treatments. What he didn't find was how to catch the disease in its early stages. The Smithsonian Magazine has named Jack a teen prodigy. In an interview with 60 Minutes, Jack tells his journey about starting at the age of 15. Jack, a self-proclaimed science geek, invented an inexpensive carbon-coated test strip for the rapid and early detection of pancreatic cancer. Pancreatic cancer is a silent killer mostly because the pancreas is hidden and it doesn't generate any problems until it's too late to do something about it. It's back behind the stomach. You know, it's not somewhere where you can see something's changing, something's growing, something's happening here that's not right. Nobody knows that it's an issue until you're having massive problems. The test strip that's been designed by Jack is designed to test for elevated levels of mesothelin, the chemical biomarker for pancreatic cancer. The Environmental Protection Agency defines chemical biomarkers as measurable substances or characteristics in the human body that can be used to monitor the presence of a chemical in the body. The test strip that was designed cost 3 cents, and it's similar to a diabetic test strip. Jack contacted 200 research professionals at Johns Hopkins University and the National Institute of Health with his proposal, budget, evidence, and timeline to support his theory that early detection of elevated levels of mesothelin could save lives. Jack was told no 199 times. However, Dr. Mayatra, professor of pathology, oncology, and chemical and biomolecular engineering at Johns Hopkins School of Medicine, decided that he was going to give Jack a chance and gave him a corner of his lab to start working on evolving his theory according to Jack Andraka's online biography. In his interview with 60 Minutes, Jack tells how he worked nights and weekends to develop his theory. The diagnostic method developed by Jack has been proven to be more than 90% accurate. It is 400 times more sensitive than the current tests that are available. And this method has brought notoriety to the Andraka household. His parents didn't support him in this. They didn't want him to do this. You're crazy. What are you doing? And he has won $75,000 grand prize at the past spring's Intel International Science and Engineering Fair. Dr. Mayatra, Jack's mentor, has declared that Jack is the Edison of our times. Jack spends his time these days lecturing at medical conferences across the globe. This year, Jack's been to the White House 4 times, shared his ideas in Canada, Italy, Greece, England, Australia, lecturing at the United Nations. Jack's carbon biomarker test strip will have to go through FDA clinical trials, but it's also been effective at detecting lung and breast cancer because of the same mesothelin biomarkers that it detects. Through all of his success, Jack has remained humble about his accomplishments, stating that he's not smart, he's creative. Ayn Rand said that a creative man is motivated by his desire to achieve, not by his desire to beat others.